Alright, so this is going to be lesson 2. We'll just pick up where we left off. Now, by holding the space bar and clicking, holding, I can drag myself up to the next symbol we're going to work on here. This one's going to move away from just using straight lines. We're going to do some curved lines here, so I'm going to select the pen tool. Now I'm going to work in a counterclockwise fashion around this shape. I'll start by clicking here. I'll go up to where I think the line should end and click again. Now I'm going to click on this far corner here. I'm going to keep holding though, and I'm going to drag. And I should be able to position my curved line here. Now if you notice, if I zoom in a little bit, it might be easier to see. When I hover with the pen tool over this point that I just made, you notice it kind of changes and the word anchor appears. Now if I click here, I'm able to now get another straight line out of that. If I did not select that point and I try to click here, it's going to try and keep that curve that we originally started. So let's make sure that we choose that point, and then I'll click again. And now the same as before, I want to make sure I'm selecting that first point that we had in order to close this shape. Now you'll know that you're over it because you'll notice a small circle and again the word anchor appears on the screen. So if we click and hold and drag just like we did before, we should be able to get a slight curve on the bottom side there too. Alright. So now that we have one of these, I'm not going to bother tracing the other two. I'm just going to copy this one. So just like before in the previous lesson, I'm going to hold Command and press C, and then Command and press V to paste it. I'll paste another one, so we should have 3 in the end. I'll select one of them, go to Object, Transform, and I'll want to rotate that 120 degrees. I'll select the other, and I'll rotate this one by negative 120 degrees. Now for now, we'll just kind of eye it up and try and place these in where we think they should go. And now we just need to make that circle in the center. So to do that, we're just going to choose the shape tools. So yours might appear as a rectangle. It might already be set to the ellipse tool. But the point is this option has multiple tools in it, so you might need to hold down with the mouse and then go ahead and find the ellipse tool. Now if you hold shift, you'll make sure you get a perfect circle. Otherwise, you may get something more elliptical. So let's hold shift. And we'll just try to kind of align these by eye. Alright, so that brings us through that. It's not perfect, but by doing it by hand, it looks pretty good. In a future lesson, I'll show you how to do this, so everything is perfectly round around in the center when we introduce what's called here the Pathfinder tool. But for now, this is good enough. Alright, so I'll end this and then I'll make a video for lesson 3.